Come here. I'm gonna pick you up. Come here. Come here. You wanna get up? Oh, what about me? Got me rearranging stuff. She's so rude. Oh, come back down this hall. Suggers, welcome to my channel. It's your girl, Shonda, and today we're getting into this festive, you see me, this festive holiday look featuring all black owned products from the Crayon case, from Fenty Beauty. Yes, it's considered black owned. I had to double check. Who else? Colored Raine, Juvia's Place, you know, and it's all black women. Come through. So if you want to see how I got this look, y'all see my pony? I'm sorry, can we get into, y'all don't ever wear no ponytail with my hair. First of all, I got a little pony. Okay, let's focus. Sorry, y'all. So if you want to see how I achieved this look, just keep watching. Oh, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, thank y'all. Keep on watching. Hey Suggers, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with the brows using my brow pencil from Fenty in the color black brown. As you guys know, we do brows first here because I don't know how they be doing their whole face and then doing the brows. It just, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna try it in another video to see what the hype is about, but I'm just so used to brows first. So I just basically follow my natural arch brow by Linda, and I just fill it in like I've said before. My right brow, my right brow, honey, she grow funny, so she just be needing a little extra tender love and care. And then I'm gonna take my Fenty concealer in 430, and I'm going to clean up my brows and, you know, any mistakes I may have made with that little pencil. We're gonna go ahead and fix that. And, you know, just go ahead and, you know, make them look as clean as possible. Because, baby, if your brows not right, throw the whole look away. Hoochie, like, And I'm also going to take the concealer pretty much all over my eye. Just for an even flat base. And then I'm going to take the Fenty eye primer and dab that and focus that more so on my lid. It doesn't have any color to it, so it works out with the concealer that I'm using. Normally I don't use concealer, but because, you know, we're doing, you know, something a little, honestly, I don't know why I did that. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, it works or whatever. So then I'm going to use my Juvia's Place Nomad palette, and I'm going to go into the darker shade. It doesn't have colors. It doesn't have names on it, but it's the darker. I think it's more of a brown, but low-key it look green. But either way, it's the darker brown. I focus that in my crease. And then I'm going to take the orange color and put that as my transition shade, just to kind of soften the color up. Because if you go too hard with that brown, it's going to look really, really dark. And I wasn't really going for a dark crease. I just needed it to be, you know, give it a little definition. But for whatever reason, it looks more, I think the palette, the brown has a little more green undertone than anything. Or maybe it's just because of concealer. Yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, it worked out. It was what I was going for. Just don't go heavy-handed with that brown, because, baby, it gets dark and crazy. And I'm just going to blend that to my liking. You know, blending is key when it comes to eyeshadow. Blending is key. It's to makeup in general, but especially eyeshadow and your face. Bump it, like I said. It's makeup in general. And then I'm going to take the middle shimmer shade and tap that all over my lid. This also has like a green, what is it? Green reflex. So it's giving more goldish green, greenish gold. Is that even a color? But yeah, it's giving that. I didn't apply anything under it as far as like a base. Well, I mean, like usually I would do like a P. Louise base or something like that. Or I would have put more concealer down, but I also didn't want to cut crease. So we kept it real regular schmegular, you know. And besides Juvia's palettes, you don't need any extra, honey. It's going to give you pigment regardless. And so then I'm going to take that brown shade we used in the crease and just buff that more so on the corners with the outer edge of my eye to give it more of a gradient effect. Because now it's going to look like the matte dark green is kind of flowing into the shimmer. I don't know if that makes sense, but it works for me. And again, I'm just getting my eye shape and the shadows to my liking. And so then I'm going to take a pencil brush and do my waterline with that same brown, just to give, you know, just to not, so my eyes don't look empty. I don't know. I feel like when you don't do your bottom eye, it looks, your bottom waterline, it looks empty. And then for my inner corner highlight, I use that light shade. It looks matte, but in all honesty, it got a little reflector in it, a little shimmer, shim. So I put that on my inner corner just to give it a little more pop. And it actually worked out better than I thought it would. So I've already done my lashes. And those are Lily Lashes Miami. And then I'm going to use my Fenty. Were those Lily lashes? You know what, y'all? I don't know what lashes those were. Anyway, I'm going to use my soft matte primer from Fenty. And then for my foundation, I couldn't decide if I wanted to be matte or dewy, but I went on ahead and used my Fenty Beauty soft matte foundation. Only because, y'all, my top broke, my little pump broke. And I was almost done. So I just wanted to finish it off. So I used it. I'm looking a little orange. I don't know why it always gives me orange, but then like it doesn't. Like I don't be looking oompa-oompa-lish. But it works for me. It's like one of my favorites. A lot of people don't like it, but she's my fave. Oh, and before I blended it out with the brush, I sprayed the Fenty Spray. Just to, you know, add a little moisture back into it so it can blend easier. And yes, I added another layer. I didn't have to, but again, low-key, I was trying to get rid of this so I can open a new one. Because like I said, my pump was broke and I was at the bare minimum of it. It's my fave. So, you know, we can just go ahead and use her up. But you don't have to use this much foundation. And now we're going back in with the Fenty Concealer in 430. And we're going to highlight under my eyes, my chin, my lip, my nose, and as my brother likes to say, my tree. I drew my tree on my forehead or whatever. And then for concealer, Lord. For contour, I use my Matchstix from Fenty again. And that was in Espresso. And I'm going to spray my face again. And then we're just going to blend and buff it out. I already told you, I really don't know about this whole concealing my nose thing. I just do it because I feel like if I don't, my nose looks like it's not really there. Like there's no nose. It's just something. There's two holes in my face. I don't know. It just looks nice. Like you don't really have to do a lot. Like I don't be trying to make my nose look smaller because I mean, I like my nose. I just want it to look like it goes with my whole face because, you know, I got shadows and warmth other places and then my nose is just there one color. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. And then I just buff, and I also buff out my contour first, just because I let my concealer sit so I can get the coverage that I want. I mean, it's full coverage, but I've learned like when you let it sit for a little while, you get a better coverage, you know, and then it just looks more, it looks nicer. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. It looks nicer. So then I take a Morphe, I think that's an E5 brush, which they're not selling anymore, and I don't like it. So I got them from the Morphe store in South Park. They was $5. I might have to go back and get the rest of them because this brush is lit for blending out my concealer. I like that better. But you can use a brush or a blender, a sponge, whichever you prefer. Sometimes I do both, just depending on, you know, how my blending hand is. Because sometimes, honey, using a brush is exhausting. It takes time. So then I'm going to go in with my Fenty powder, Hazelnut, and everywhere I put concealer, I'm going to set it. I don't bake because I feel like it gives me this, it gives me this patchiness to it, especially in my photos. It be looking real dry, and I don't like that. And that may just be with the Fenty powder. I have other powders, but the Fenty one is my favorite. I mean, I'm not going to hold you. It's really my favorite. And then for all over, I'm going to use my Fenty powder in Nutmeg and just, you know, set the rest of my face. Yeah, and I go in circular motions instead of like swishing back and forth. I feel like it looks cleaner and it's cuter. And then for bronzer, y'all know I mix my Mocha Mami and Coco Naughty. So Coco Naughty goes first, and then usually on my cheeks and my forehead, I use Mocha Mami. Because, I mean, we need a little warmth. Just a little bit. Coco Naughty can do it, but I don't know. I just like the hint of red that Mocha Mami brings. Now, usually I use Coco Naughty on my nose, but for whatever reason, I picked up Mocha Mami, and now my nose looks red. But it's okay. Just call me Rudolph, because at this point, yes. So for blush, we're going into the blush binder by Crayon Case. Super! What's happening? I don't even think that's how you say it, but you know, her. Super them, and then I'm going to use that color. I didn't really want much color on my cheeks, just because I ain't want to. I just thought it looked nice like this. So I used that nude looking color. And I thought it was pretty. Like, it gave me what I wanted. I mean, it may not look like nothing to you, but it's something to me. And then, of course, for the highlight, my favorite, probably one of the only highlighters that I use, is the Honor Roll from Crayon Case. This right here is so pretty. So I highlighted my cheeks, my nose, and then the bridge of my nose. Like, look how pretty that is. And it's not a lot. And then I always take my powder brush and just go up against it so it doesn't look like a straight, thick line of glitter. And then I went back in and I used Crayon Case also here. I don't know why. I just felt like being extra. Give me a little razzle dazzle or whatever, you know, just a little bit. And then you want to wipe away any fallout because, you know, using a highlighter, sometimes it can happen. And then, of course, I'm going to set my face with the settings, the refreshing spray. And for my lip, I'm going to use the color Dante from Crayon Case. This is their new Rule Breaker Velvet Lips. I really like this. I probably like using liquid lips as for a liner versus the actual liner, unless it's chestnut, because, you know, chestnut from MAC is for the gods. But for this, and then on my lips, I use Eartha from, is it Uoma? Yeah, they're black on too, but I use Eartha's my favorite. That's my second one. And then I always go back to redefine my lips just a little bit, you know, give it a little more oomph. And then I use my Fenty Clear Gloss. What is it? The Glass Slipper? Is that what it's called? The clear one? And I'm using a brush instead of putting the thing on my lips just because I don't want color in it. I want it to stay a clear gloss. Because then if you put it on my lips and put it back in, it's gonna change the color. I won't like it. And now we're done. And boom, look at it. Look at me. Who do I think I am with this pony?